Mr. Coolio, and I'm here to teach you how to be cool. Wait, hold on, I'm completely sorry. I'll be right back. Bicycle helmet, what are you doing here? Mr. Coolio, I thought I told you you're not coming back for another 2 weeks. You're grounded from Arkham Sanitarium Annex. I'm completely sorry, Dr. Bicycle Helmet. I will be right back. Alright, now get out of here, Mr. Coolio. Alright, hold on, patient. I'll be right there. I am completely sorry about that. Mr. Coolio, keeps on breaking into patients, tries to teach them to be cool, but maybe in a couple of weeks we'll try to get him back. But, my friend, I have some really great news. You are now being transferred to the Arkham Sanitarium Annex. This is very different from Arkham Sanitarium itself. This one, and now, just do some hand motions. This is now a very special day for you. This is now a very big day. Very big decision for you. But allow me to explain myself. I tried to talk to Professor Clemens to see if I could transfer you to my office at Arkham Sanitarium Annex. But he said on one condition. If you leave here for 2 months and not come back. But this is a very big deal for you, my friend. It is a very, very big deal for you. Now, at my doctor's office at the Annex, we provide many medical treatments, like having a hat transplant. We even provide free glass, but that is for a future day. Instead, we have to write some notes down. Let me see if I can just reach in here and grab my notes real quick. So, we need to answer out another questionnaire to, let's just say, file out the information for getting you to the Arkham Sanitarium Annex. So, are you comfortable with that? You are? That's good. And also, I'm going to break the fourth wall here for a second to all of my viewers here. If you want to type something out in the chat, that's nice. And I don't really care what you say, just say something random. But getting back into character, I have 10 questions for you. Well, more information that I need you to fill out to transfer you to get the process started. All right, first question. Are you the real transferee patient, or are you one of his clones from the shops down there by the Annex? You are. That's good. Let me just write that down. Yeah, right on. What's that? The glass salesman came to you about 3 days ago to sell you glass. Yeah, he's the intergalactic glass salesman. He actually, let me just finish writing all this information. All right, I wrote that down in my notes. Second question, and we can continue talking about the glass salesman in a couple of minutes. Just let me write down this information for you. Are you mentally stable? That's tragic, I'm sorry. You see pet boots on both live for about 100 years. And unfortunately, yours died yesterday. I'll write that down, see if we can get you a new one. Maybe this one will be a pet tennis shoe or something. Yeah, I know. Patient has his pet boot died. And I'm sorry, and if you cry, it's fine. But try to resort to that in the shower, but that's okay. Okay, we got that down on the second question. So, third question. How long have you been a patient in Arkham Sanitarium? Really? You've been a patient for only 1 year? Well, if I may ask, what made you become a patient? Oh no, that's tragic. I'm sorry. You had a quiz for high school, and you weren't ready for it, so you just didn't want to do it. Well, thankfully, here at Arkham Sanitarium, we have our own studying course that can prepare you for any test and in any form or matter. But I'll write that down, so we just get to that. Well, 3 questions down, 5, 7 more to go. Yeah, I know this is a very long questionnaire, unfortunately, but all you need to do is just sit tight, and we can maybe get you 20% off at the glass store down at the annex. We could maybe 30% off for this long questionnaire. Yeah, it's a long one, but I noticed that you had some questions about the glass salesman. We'll get back to the questionnaire in a little bit. Yeah, he comes by every single now and then. He just floats, not really floats, but he just goes from alternate universe to alternate universe and sells glass. Um, you see, he's practically immortal, and in fact, he goes by our store every like month or something. But yes, he's immortal and he's intergalactic, so he goes from timeline to timeline. Yeah, it's hard to believe. This is post-apocalyptic. Well, no, post-apocalyptic USA. So things are weird. Oh, they sell you some glass? That's nice. Well, I'm glad to see that you are enjoying our sole proprietors of the Arkham Sanitarium Annex. And I do have to say, this is a very nice picture that you have. If I may ask, who sold that? Oh, I see. I see. Well, his name is Mr. Paint, and he sells paintings, or, well, he, I guess, gives away paintings. He's the cousin of Bob Ross, just a different name because legal stuff, but he is also immortal, and he's also a salesman, so, Uh, yeah, I believe he'll come back sometime in, what's today's date, September 12th? He's probably going to come back sometime in September or October. Well, it's before 2020, so, your time. But let's get back to writing down your questionnaire for the transferring you to the Arkham Sanitarium Annex. Fifth question. Are you enjoying life? I'm glad to hear that. No, I really am. I'm glad to hear that. You see, theoretically, you could choose to become immortal because we have this plague doctor. His name is Corvus. I don't exactly know. I don't quite know every single one of them. He has his own special concoction that can prolong your life by a couple hundred years, but you're still young, so we aren't going to give you that. You're like 16, so. But I know that's good. No, trust me, that's good. I'll just write that down for your fifth question, and your answer is yes. So. Yeah, life is pretty good nowadays. Yeah, sometimes you just don't need to listen to sad songs. They just make you depressed, and for our well-being, it's not good. So, now, sixth question. Am I a good doctor? Well, I guess we all can't be perfect. Yeah, I know. One of the other doctors, I don't really know his name. I'm sure he'll come back sometime in February. But I don't know. He's like a 20 star out of a 10 star. Meanwhile, I'm just a 10 because, like I'm perfect, but I'm not that perfect. So I'll write that down. Why am I called Dr. Bicycle Helmet? Well, you see, the reason I'm called Dr. Bicycle Helmet is because uh, one day I opened a time portal and went into the Fallout 4 universe. It's a great video game, but also it's an alternate reality where China nukes the US and, the lore and the stuff. But basically, radiation attacked me and my head mutated into a bicycle helmet. And if I take this thing off, I will die. So I really can't take it off. Yeah, it's kind of hard trying to get the ladies and stuff. So, stuff happens. Now I'm called Dr. Bicycle Helmet. I even have a PhD in diet Mountain Dew drinking. Yeah, it's really good. Seventh question. What species are you? Well, you see, here at the sanitarium, we don't care if you're Oompa Loompa, xenomorph, dialect, um, lawn chair. There's many, many countless species. In fact, we even have a lawn chair patient out there who's watching the sunset. But you're a xenomorph. Oh, I see. Now, if I recall, last time I saw you, you were a human. Did Dr. Whatever his name is, I keep on forgetting, did he transfer your brain into a xenomorph? Oh, I see. That's very cool. Well, please don't spit on me because, it's acid and I don't really want to die. So, you know, just write that down. So, question 8 and 10 are combined questions. Basically, if you give the right answer, both of the questions will be answered. So, question 8 and 10. Are you ready to be transferred to the Arkham Sanitarium Annex? That's good. No, that's good. In fact, you're one of my first patients that I've actually transferred to the Arkham Sanitarium Annex. It's kind of crazy, right? Yeah, I know. But let me just write that down. Let me just write that down for the 10th question, too. So, that was a questionnaire. And I do say, let me just open up my doctor's journal. It's this one. It's the, I believe it is the Leviathan notebook, or it's just a regular notebook. It's kind of hard to tell. In my doctor's notebook, let's take a look at your answers and see if you are ready to be transferred. Yeah. Well, I'm proud to say you are ready to be transferred to the Arkham Sanitarium Annex. Yeah, so let me just get my notes, and I'm going to enter this into my computer, and I will, and then you'll be ready to be transferred all the way back to the Arkham Sanitarium Annex. Plus, you won't have to be experimented on because, it's just what happens. No, experimenting is not volunteered, it's forceful. Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. In fact, I've been experimented on tons of times. In fact, this is in my original body. I used to be an 80-year-old doctor, and then my brain was transplanted into my head. So, yeah, so now I'm just a 15-year-old doctor with the knowledge of 1,000 years of human existence. Crazy, right? Yeah, I know. Well, I'll just get this running down, and you just sign your name there for me. All right, thanks. Thank you. Now, this is going to be one of the last times you're going to see me for a couple of weeks because I'm going on an expedition to Couchland. It's an alternate universe where all the humans have been eradicated by radiation and they're now couches. In fact, I have a species right over there. It's very dangerous. The fact is, the couch can just eat you when you sit on it, but I'm very trained with the couch species. It's from an alternate universe. Yeah. Well, my friend, I will see you again sometime soon. And thank you for finally, for at least one person tuning in to my ASMR. It's a pretty big deal for me because I only have a couple dozen subscribers, so it's a pretty big deal. But I will get these notes down to the sanitarium and we'll transfer you. It'll take a couple of weeks. I've heard that some really good salesmen are going to come by eventually and sell you some things. But shh, keep quiet. I believe it's what's the salesman name? His name is Mr. Fork. And let me see if he left some of his supplies here. I'm gonna see if he's still here. Mr. Fork, are you here? Yes, my patient. I'm still here. But Dr. Bycycle, exactly what are you wanting me to do? Well, you see, Mr. Fork, I want you to talk to the patient about your utensils. I see. Well, I'll be right there. Hello, I am Mr. Fork, and this are my utensils that I sell to people. I understand you have many, many questions, but I'm kind of busy right now, so you'll need to come by in a couple of weeks. But I do have many utensils ready to sell you too. But it's nice to meet you. Let me just go get Mr. Coolio. He's going to walk you out. Right? All right. Excuse me, Mr. Coolio. Are you here? Yes, Mr. Fork. It's very good to see you. Yo. Let me just let me go talk to the patient and we'll walk him out back to his room. All right? Yes, sir. All right. All right. Yo. What's up? I'm Mr. Coolio. Um, I believe you talked to Mr. Fork and Dr. Bicycle Helmet, but let me just walk you out. So just get up with me. All right, thank you. Let me just walk you back to your room. Yes, I know. All right. So here we are in your room. just going to close the door real quick, and in a couple of weeks, I'll come back to see if I can teach you how to be cool. But yeah, I will see you around, my friend. Yes, it was very good to meet you. Save all of your questions for later. I will see you again sometimes soon, my friend, but stay safe. And Mr. Coolio and Mr. Fork and Dr. Bicycle Helmet will be back in a future video, probably in a couple days. I will see you later, my friend.